Hey, Sylvia and Marsha, you know what? It's easy to add drama and style to any outfit. So, we're going to be showing how capes, ponchos, and wraps can be flattering, fun, and on point for women who are 50, 60, and 70, or really any age.
Are we dreaming?
Hi, I'm Sylvia. My style is glam with a touch of sophistication.
Hi, I'm Marsha. My style is eclectic, edgy, and artsy.
And hello, I'm Carol, and my style is modern, classic, preppy. We're the three stylish sisters in our 70s, and our channel shows you how to choose thrifted, gifted, and deeply discounted clothes to look and feel confident, relevant, and up to date, while we share stories, fashion tips, and life lessons from 7 decades of living vibrantly. Now, what we do here is we choose a style, trend, or an event, then we show how we dress for it in our unique sister aesthetic, and we give you tips on great outfits put together at bargain prices or thrift prices. And today it's all about styling ponchos, wraps, those great outfits that need a little bit of pizzazz. Now, before we get started, though, I want to remind you what our aesthetic is for each sister. And what we see here is Sylvia with a touch of glam, Marsha, artistic, edgy, and eclectic, and me, classic, preppy. So there we have it. Those are the aesthetics that each of us exhibit. And what we're going to start with right off the bat is Sylvia, who's going to get us rolling with an outfit that she has that exhibits a poncho. So, Sylvia, what do you have going on here?
Hey, Marsha Carol, how do you like that poncho?
Oh,
I,
you looking good. And those are your colors.
yes,
Those
I
are the
do.
colors. Yep,
I think
yep.
I got that poncho for like $12.99 at Goodwill.
Oh,
The leather
girl, I
pant
love it.
the leather pants Old Navy for $8.99, and of course the hat was thrifted. I you know guys, I think when I put on a poncho, it's instant glam. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to
Mhm.
really work at it. It just makes a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who wants to put on a poncho. So
Well, that
that's me.
poncho
Yeah,
is saying it. And what I like, Sylvia, the best about it is it has all of your colors in there.
Exactly,
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah. That was very that was a positive. That was a positive
Hmm.
all the way around.
Yeah.
Marsha, what did you think of the outfit on the whole?
Hey, I'm gonna give it two thumbs ups.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Marsh.
Thumbs.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
because
it.
I like those faux leather pants and those
Hmm.
and so we can really rock those colors.
There. She owns those for sure.
Yes.
Well, here's something else, Sylvia. I'm looking at the herringbone.
Oh,
That's so me. I love it.
black and white.
Hmm
Hey, that's me all day long.
So, Sylvia, tell us about this outfit and anything thrifted, any discounted goodies. What you got?
Okay, the one thing I don't know if you guys remember, but Courtney, my daughter, thrifted that leather skirt for me. It's genuine leather. And I will never get rid of it because she found it for me. And I love that skirt. It's got two vents on either side.
Hmm
I think everything in this outfit is thrifted except the boots.
All
Absolutely
right, all
everything.
right, all
Yeah, and
right.
Wow.
I again with that cape with the fur line, that brings glam, that brings drama, and part of the glam look is about drama. So this is
Yeah.
me, drama, church on Sunday, anywhere.
Yeah.
So the collar and around the sleeves, that's fur?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Ooh.
faux fur,
Ooh.
and it does have one button at the top. I didn't button it, but yeah,
Hmm.
and like I said, comfortable, casual drama. It church Sunday whatever, but this is a look I enjoy wearing, and I think I have invested maybe all of, well, the skirt was gifted maybe $12.
Oh wow.
Oh
That was a
my, yeah, that's a good look. That's a
yeah,
very good because you can't go wrong with black and white.
Of course,
mm-mm,
Marsha,
mm-mm.
you love everything black and white.
What I'm looking at, and we're gonna hear from Marsha later, I like those gloves with the little pearls
Oh
on them.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Really cool. And I think, Marsha, you've got something in store for us to talk about gloves. So I'm looking forward to that. But Sylvia pulled it off. Now, here's another one. I think, Sylvia, you've got some gloves on this one too. But the
Hmm.
whole look is the poncho. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a
It's a
wrap.
wrap.
It's
It's
a
a
wrap.
wrap.
It is a wrap. And I'm trying to play on the new, the color scheme. That's an Anye purse I thrifted handle bag. I got that at I think a county, not a county fair, but it was a market, a lady was selling antiques, and that is considered a classic. And I think I have some
So
maroon.
actually, I want to stop you there for a minute. So actually we would call it vintage.
Yes,
Vintage.
it's a
Yeah.
vintage Anye bag. It has to
Yeah.
be like 40 years old, but
Hmm.
Oh.
certain things just don't go out of style. And I wanted to
Mm-mm.
play up those maroon and gray colors, and I had
Hmm.
these gloves. I think I got them deeply discounted, but everything in this outfit is pretty much thrifted.
Hmm. Hmm.
Good
Marsha, what
look.
do you think?
I think that's an excellent look. And you don't have to look like a wearing the comforter when you go out with your wraps. You don't have to put the comforter on, but you can layer up and you can take off pieces as
Mhm.
you see fit, as
Yeah.
the temperature in the room or the
Mhm.
outside declare.
Mhm.
So you don't have to be nailed down to a big over bulky
Yeah.
coat.
Overcoat, bulky
Yeah,
overcoat.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
in fact, if y'all have noticed, we're all wearing our wraps. And like Marsha said, Marsha, I like that advice. You don't have to look like an unmade bed. All you have to do is put yourself together, get yourself a poncho, get yourself a wrap, and get yourself a cape, and instant glam, instant
Instant
glam. So
glam, instant
I
glam.
love it. I love it. Okay, Sister Circle, that's what we call our subscribers. Down in the comments, let us know what you think about Sylvia's glam outfits. Uh, Pretty good, I think. In fact, when I looked at it and think back on it, I would probably wear a lot of the things that she put
Oh
together.
my
So
God, you wear my style?
there were quite a few. It wasn't overly glam. Let me put it that way. Too much glam,
No,
and I'm
but
not going
it
there.
was more sophisticated. It was very, very
Yes.
sophisticated. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And you know what, guys? You guys tease me about glam because glam can end up being tacky if you're not
Hmm.
careful.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
can
Yeah.
Yeah.
really start to look too tacky or costumey. You have to
Yes.
avoid looking
Costuming.
costumey. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Gotta worry about that. All righty. Well, again, Sister Circle, give us your comments, and if you haven't subscribed, get down there and subscribe to our channel. Up next, talk about glam. I think Marsha has actually taken some of your thunder, Sylvia. She's in the
I
glam.
don't think so. I don't think so. Now, this outfit here, looking, I bought the poncho.
Hmm.
Everything else was thrifted.
Hmm.
And the hat and that little poncho I got, it was discounted at Ross's. Uh,
Hmm.
Okay.
and I have, of course, I have my leggings on and my white over the knee. They're kind of cowboyish, westerny
Hmm.
boots,
Hmm.
So the whole outfit was thrifted, and I know it could not have cost over $20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Except now you bought the poncho new.
I bought the poncho new, but it was not that expensive. It couldn't have been over 12, $14. Yeah.
Okay, looks
And the
good.
hat,
Maybe
What I
like
not.
$2.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sylvia, she's in your glam territory. What do you
I
think?
know, Martin, you did a good job coming over to the glam side. Welcome to
Well,
the
I
glam
was a little
side.
bit I was kind of a little bit edgy with those boots and that stance you can
Hmm.
see. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
and what I'm liking is that, when you wear a poncho, that's big on the top, you go
Mm-hmm.
small on the bottom.
Small on the bottom.
Keep that in
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
mind.
don't want all that
Yeah.
bulk,
And
too
you want
much
it to be
bulk.
more fitted around
Hmm.
your leg. But, again, if you're going to wear leggings,
Hmm.
cover the bum.
Yep, yep,
Mm-hmm.
Cover
yep,
the bum.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So you pulled it together. I think it's got the poncho appropriate length, and then you've added the leggings at the bottom, but then you bring all the attention to the top because that's really where you want folks to be
To
looking
focus.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
enjoying as
Yeah.
opposed to looking at this
Yeah, I'm
bulky
not
glam.
mad at you, Marsha. You go, girl.
Well, this is more my style. I'm loving
Mm-hmm.
this, Marsha.
Yes, yes, yes. Now this outfit I've actually worn on occasions and have gotten compliments on. The poncho was thrifted and it's trimmed in a faux leather, and I have those thigh-high boots on, and of
Hmm.
course the hat that I made out of a friend's ties, her husband's ties as a memorial. And of course, watch that funnel neck on that poncho.
Yes.
The
That's
funnel
Yeah.
neck
what's
was
happening.
all
That's
the
what's
rage.
happening now. I've been watching all the fashion shows. They said high neck, high neck.
High neck
Hmm.
and that funnel neck. And I'll tell you what, that poncho has to be, poncho capelet has to be at least 20 years old.
And
Hmm.
nothing wrong with that. Not a
No,
thing. Not a
no.
Hmm.
thing. You got your money's worth out of it. Now, did you buy that
And then
new?
some, and
Was
then
that
some.
thrifted? Was that
It
thrifted?
was thrifted. It was definitely thrifted. The whole
Okay.
outfit, yep,
If
except the
you've had
hat.
that, if you've had it over 20 years, your cost per wear now is free.
It's free.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely free. Yeah, it's definitely
You
free.
got your money's worth and somebody else.
And
Yeah.
somebody else's too. Yeah. But that's buying quality and looking for quality even in the thrift stores. Do not
Yeah,
bring home junk, you know.
absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. And it looked like it was all wool. Was
It's
that
100% wool and it's trimmed in the faux leather.
cool?
Oh yeah, now this is what I call, sometimes I call this Mrs. Santa Claus. This
Hmm.
was a thrifted cape, and I have it with my high boots on, which were thrifted, and everything is thrifted. The sunglasses are gifted from, Mr. Chuck. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
I confiscated
They
those.
look like ski glasses. That's
Yes,
Hmm.
kind
and
of
that's the
cool.
kind of look I was going for with the fur muff and
Hmm.
the trim. I
Hmm.
trimmed that cape with the fur, and it just
Hmm.
gives it a little bit of an elevated look,
Well,
and
wait
it's
a
Hmm.
very
minute.
warm.
Back up, Marsh. So, are you saying you put that fur on the cape, or it came with the fur?
I put that fur on the cape. It was some
Oh,
old fur pieces that were
You're
going to
so
be
handy
discarded.
dandy.
What's that,
You're
Sylvia?
so handy dandy. You're just
Oh well,
handy.
safety pins and a little thread goes a long way.
You can sew. You can sew.
No, vision, inspiration.
okay.
Inspiration.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, the vision is good. And to tell the truth, Sylvia, she's over there and stepping into your glam territory again.
I know. I
Man,
know.
I'm thinking it's
Tread
edgy.
lightly. Tread
It's
lightly.
edgy. It's edgy.
It is edgy, those over the knee boots, because I
Hmm.
mean, and it's 70 something, over the knee
Hey,
boots
yeah,
is
I
saying
can
it.
still rock them. I can still rock
Okay.
them.
Well, rock on, sister, rock on. Well, I'm up next, but before we look at my outfits, which will bring it down a little notch, I can assure you. But for those of you that like it, you're going to be happy. Marsha has a sister secret. We've said we promised to bring you something about thrifting. And before we get to the outfits, Marsha's going to tell us a little bit about something. Is it about gloves, Marsha? Is that what you're
It's
talking about?
about gloves. And because you're wearing those capes, those drapes and wraps, your arms are exposed. So you need a glove to fill that
Ah,
gap between your wrist and the sleeve of the opening of the garment. Now,
okay.
these were gifted to me by my niece and my dear sister Sylvia. I love them. They go with my champagne colored fur coat. But
Mm.
there's a way to put these on, and
Show
people are
us.
putting their gloves on like, you know how grandma showed it. You
Hmm.
put your four fingers in, gather that down,
Hmm.
gather it down, gather it down, then slide your thumb in, and
Mm.
then pull your glove on the rest of the way, working down
Yeah.
each
Hmm.
finger and
Hmm.
smoothing it down. You don't yank your glove on. It's just like when you put on
Hmm.
your tights. You don't jump down in them and yank them up. So you work the
Hmm.
fingers down nice on each hand and
Okay.
take your time to fill that gap between that opening between your
Hmm.
cape or your wrap. So you're fully covered and warm. Doesn't that look
I love
dramatic?
it. Yeah. Well,
Lovely,
and
And
lovely.
Marsha, the long gloves are in.
oh,
People are wearing
definitely
those long
in.
gloves now.
Definitely in. Matter of fact, I have a pair here. These would be
Hmm.
considered opera length.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And these, I've learned these are all the way to the shoulder.
Oh my
That
goodness.
wow. I wore some
Definitely.
similar to that to my prom.
Yes.
Hmm.
And of course, you have the 3/4 length gloves.
Hmm.
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 And I
Nice.
have these gloves in leather and suede. We all do. And
Of course.
now
Of
this is
course.
something I found. I think you might be interested. This was a little hoot. Look at that. This
All
is
the
from the
different lengths of
50s or
glove.
40s, and it shows the different lengths of the glove, and it's by the Hanson Glove Company. And I just thought that was so sweet. And I kept it,
Hmm.
and I laminated it, but you can see the different gloves on there.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Pretty
So
cool. Well,
where you
it's a lost art
Mhm.
because you talked about how our grandmother taught us how to put on a pair of gloves, and now that gloves are back in style, I think it's a great idea that we go back to those habits and figure out how to put the gloves on right. Because if they're really a good pair of leather
leather
gloves, kids
gloves.
skin, you don't want to ruin them by pulling them on and putting them on the wrong way. So
Wrong.
Hmm.
thanks.
Now I want to demonstrate how to take them off, because now that you've
Okay,
got them
how do you
on,
get out of it? How do
get
you get
out of
out?
them. You push them down to your wrists, and you
Mm-hmm.
work each finger one at a time, one at
Okay,
a
I
time,
remember.
and slide your hand out, grabbing the fingers and just
Yeah,
slide your hand out.
yeah.
And there you have your glove. And of course, we always would place them on our laps.
On
I
your lap.
remember, I remember my when I went for my job interview. I was going for my job interview back in 1967,
Mm.
and mommy and I got in a little bit of a tiff because she wanted me to wear white gloves because
Oh
white
yeah.
gloves in the 60s, that was it. And we went back and forth. I said, "No, mommy, I refuse to wear white gloves." She says, "Well,
Hmm.
just put them in your purse."
There you
And
go.
another memory I have of mommy with gloves is she had me in a fashion show when I was little, and I didn't want to wear my gloves, and I balled my fist up, and it wasn't a pleasant the way she showed me how to. I
I
learned how
know.
to
Unpry your fingers.
unpry your. Mommy said, anytime I try to put gloves on you, you always want to ball your fist up, and my little fingers finally learned how beautiful they look with gloves on.
With
Well,
gloves.
and little did you know that in this era, gloves are back. And
They're
now,
Mhm.
aren't you
back. They're
glad?
back.
They are
They're
back. They
back.
are back.
Yeah.
Well, Marsha, thank you for that sister secret. Those of you
Mhm.
that are out there buying gloves and planning on wearing them, I like what you explained about how it works with, especially with a poncho or a cape or whatever, having a pair of gloves on. That's a look. That
Yep,
is
that
a
adds
look.
that glam, that adds that drama.
Drama.
It does indeed.
Okay, Carol, we're waiting for what you have in store for us.
No problem. Here,
Whoa.
first and foremost, I want to say a tip that you and all of us know, Sylvia, Marsha, we all know. When you're wearing a cape, put on a monochromatic
Hmm.
Absolutely.
base there
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
really the star of the show is the cape.
Is the
Hmm.
And
cake.
you want the cape to stand out. So really underneath what's underneath, it's important, but it really
Hmm.
isn't where you're showing off. You're showing off that cape. So
Off
what
that
I'm
cake.
showing off here is the cape. Notice how in the front, excuse me, it has that buckle. Well, Marsha, I know for a preppy, a modern classic preppy, patterns like plaids and tweeds are really a good look for us. So is that a tweed? Is that what you would call
It's
that?
sort of like a tweed plaid combo.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I like it. And I'm noticing that those stripes, those plaids are lining up in the front.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
what you want. And look on the shoulders. I am noticing the detail on the shoulders where those
Hmm.
plaids are going straight across
Yep.
and
Where'd you
lining
get
up.
that cape, Carol? Where'd you get that cape?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you all about that cape. That is a Liz Claiborne cape that I thrifted. Unfortunately, I don't know how much it was, but I guarantee you it was very inexpensive. And even everything that I have on, except for my hat, is thrifted. The hat, I sneaked into Clyde's closet and grabbed that gray fedora. I thought it would be interesting. The only thing I think I would do, I would add to that is maybe put a red band on that fedora to kind of make
Maybe.
it
Yeah. Maybe a
stand,
red
yeah,
band.
something
Mm.
to make it pop a little bit. And then those, I don't even remember what kind of boots those are, but they're a rain boot. And so where I was going with that was to show, and they're kind of gray, quilted. And the
Hmm.
idea was this is something I would wear out for, kind of an inclement weather day where I
Hmm.
needed to have a hat on. I needed to have on some boots that would, be waterproof. But at the same time, I want to look fashionable.
You
So
want to
Hmm.
be
that's my
fashionable,
look.
right?
That's
Right.
my
You don't
look.
want to
So,
wear something that's overly bulky or doesn't fit the
Hmm.
aesthetic of
Hmm.
the entire outfit.
yep, exactly. And so that's that look. Now my next one that I have, we were talking earlier about things that are vintage. Well,
Hmm.
I'm gonna show you some vintage right now. Y'all know I live in
Oh
Dallas.
my goodness. Love
Mm.
that. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Love it, love it, love it.
I live in Dallas, Texas, where Neiman Marcus is like well, it is not like,
It's
it
a
is,
temple. It is a temple.
it is. And that is a Neiman Marcus cape that had to come from the 60s, maybe the
Hmm.
50s.
Absolutely.
That looks
And
like
Absolutely.
the 50s or 40s.
I think it
It could
is.
be the
I think it
50s.
is. I
Matter
think
of
it is.
fact, Daddy gave me a cape like that when I was pregnant with Melanie, and she is 48 years old. Okay. He
There
gave
we
me a
have it.
camel cape to wear during my pregnancy.
Well, I suspect that this Joker is even older than that, but I saw it at a Salvation Army. I saw it at Salvation Army for $5.
Oh
And
my, that's a
Mm.
steal.
and I
That
was
is a
out the door
steal.
with it. I was happy to have it. And I'm here to tell you that Joker is warm. It is
Hmm.
very
Mhm.
warm. And in fact, when I was putting it on, I had to do the photographs. I was like, I can't wait to get out of this because it is it's
Yeah.
hot. It's hot.
Oh, I like it. I really, really like it. And it reminds me so much of the cape that Daddy had given me. Yeah.
Just so classy, so
Classic,
classic. So,
classic.
Yeah.
and the nice part about a cape is you can put anything underneath it.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
Yep.
can put
Yep.
anything.
right.
It's great if you have a suit, if you have a suit jacket, put it
Hmm.
on with a
Or
suit.
as an off, if you have your pajama top underneath there and those swanky boots on, you still look glamorous.
It's
Who's
better
gonna
than
know?
going around like today. These kids going out in their pajamas to the airport.
Well,
It's better
yeah,
than that. Put the
but
cape
that
on.
you
Cover it up with the
cover
cape.
all of that up with those boots and gloves and hat. That cape can
Yep.
go miles.
Can go anywhere. Well,
It,
speaking of hats, that hat, I have to thank you, Sylvia, for
all
giving me
right.
that little fisherman's cap, and I threw that on with it. Black and camel always look great. And in fact,
Always look.
we've got an episode about how to wear camel coming up. It's coming
Mhm.
soon. But yeah, camel and black work. But this is my last outfit. This is my
Mhm.
third look here. This, I have to confess, it was rough, but I
Mhm.
saw this cape demonstrated. I saw an influencer showing this cape on YouTube, and it was on Amazon. And what I liked is that it's reversible. So that trim
Oh,
Mm.
around there, right, that
oh.
trim, when you turn it on the other side, you get that kind of, I guess, mustardy color, more like
Hmm.
something Sylvia would wear.
Pumpkin looks pumpkin
Yeah,
color.
Looks
yeah,
like yeah,
yeah,
like a pumpkin
Hmm.
color.
yeah.
Hmm.
And that is not my color at all.
No, you need to send that cape to me.
And no, I will
Yeah, but the
not.
color isn't up near your face either.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
not
why
near your
Sylvia,
face. So yeah.
right. So that is why she is not going to get the cape.
Mm.
But this makes a great travel outfit because when
Hmm.
you get on a plane, always cold. You throw on a cape like this, you throw a pin, a brooch on. Again, the bottom is slim. I've got on a pair of boots. You can't tell the boots. They're a pair of Coach boots that pick
Hmm.
up the gray. But the bottom line is a turtleneck, some leggings, a boots, and the right cape or the right poncho. You're good to go. Um,
Hmm.
Good to go.
Sylvia, thank you for the hat. Even
You're quite welcome. Wouldn't fit on my head.
everything, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything is thrifted except for the hat and the poncho. Again, I bought that on Amazon after seeing uh, influencer demonstrate it, and I just liked it. But I'll tell you what, I probably could have found it somewhere at a Goodwill or
Yeah,
the
you just
Salvation Army.
But
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 and the
sometimes you have
Burberry
to
hat
treat
that was
yourself.
thrifted. Yeah, that hat I sent you that was thrifted.
yeah,
Hmm.
oh, okay, all right, gifted
Hmm.
through thrifting.
Hmm.
Marsha, you were saying something about capes?
I was saying sometimes you have to treat yourself because you might not want to wait it out until you find that particular
True,
garment.
true,
And
true.
sometimes you just have to pull the trigger on it and just
Oh
go
yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you
you
have
do.
look how you've saved with all the rest of the ensemble, splurge a
Yeah.
little. Yeah.
You have a point. You definitely have a point. Well, and the thing is, too, sometimes when you go and try to find those things that influencers have been talking about on YouTube, you try to find them on Amazon. If you wait too long, they're sold out.
They're already
So,
been snapped up. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I went ahead and bought it pretty much the same day that I
Hmm.
saw it. But you're right, Marcia. It's okay to treat yourself. In fact, I consider anytime I find something great while I'm thrifting or deeply discounted, or somebody gave it to me, it's a treat. I'm a happy
It's a
camper.
treat. It's a
I'm
it's
a
a
happy
treat
camper.
and a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Absolutely.
Consider
All
it a
righty.
blessing.
Well, we have shown you 9 different outfits, but like we promised, we have some honorable mentions that didn't make the cut for, a long conversation, but here we have a few items that we can talk about. So we're going to talk pretty quickly about this. We'll start with Sylvia. You look pretty glamorous.
Well, that entire outfit is thrifted. Everything in that outfit is thrifted, from the top of the hat, all the way down to the boots and the Brahmin bag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah,
That's
oh,
and
good.
maybe I think maybe I have 40 or 50. Well, no, the Brahmin
no, because
bag was a little pricey,
Yeah.
and
mhm.
that was a treat, but it was not from directly from the Brahmin location. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Looks good. Looks good. Well,
Looks
what I
good.
like is the sunglasses you have on that are reflective. That's kind of
hmm
fun.
Mm,
That
yeah,
gets some glitz and glam in there real
yeah, you got
fast.
to put the glam in there some kind of way.
Well, you got it in there. Marsha, what you got going
okay. Now this little poncho and herring no, that's herringbone skirt. And of course my Doc Martens.
on? Of
This outfit
course.
I've actually worn to work and kept the little poncho on as a sweater because it's that lightweight. So it can also be
hmm
used as an indoor garment as well.
Mm-hmm. Now tell us
What?
about that bag you have, because
Yeah,
that
I was just going to ask about
Oh
that.
yes, that's my I call it my Bob Marley bag. That was thrifted from the Goodwill, and
mm-hmm.
the hat, and I did purchase that poncho, but the and the boots. So but the
So you went
all
retail
the
on
rest.
this. You went renegade retail.
Yes, I thought, and this was an outfit I had worn to work,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
like I
like
said,
it. Well,
kept the sweater on.
well, you have tripped over into modern classic preppy with that outfit. I'm here to tell you.
Oh no.
Yes, you have.
Danger, danger.
Danger, danger.
I like it. I like it. And there's nothing wrong with it. And you look great. You look great. Well, my outfit, I have to confess, I forgot to put the hat on. But anyway, I have this cute, now you have to imagine this, a really cute corduroy bucket hat that's dark brown. So
All
that
right.
Okay, we can
Okay. Yeah,
imagine
I
that.
can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, so that would pick up all of the pieces that I've got going on here. This is a Ralph Lauren thrifted wool poncho. And what
Mm.
I've enjoyed about this poncho, it does have sort of the funnel neck at the top. It
Mhm.
Hmm.
has the a lot of, I'm sure y'all have seen it where it will have the two buckles, like belt buckles up
Mhm.
there,
Mhm.
but it
All right,
does
right.
give that idea of the
Where
funnel.
or where did you find that, Carol?
It was thrifted. I have no idea when look. The thing about shopping, knowing your style, knowing your
Mhm.
aesthetic, things like that will just jump out at you
Mhm.
because you know what you would normally wear. So I was in some thrift store and I saw the plaid, and hey, saw the plaid, and I just zero. It's like a homing pigeon. I went straight for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You asked where I found it. All I can tell you for sure was a thrift store, maybe
Yeah,
Goodwill,
and
Thrift Town, whatever.
when we go shopping, when we go thrifting together, the three of us, we are
Mm,
able to pull out things that we would not wear, but we can
yep.
say, "Hey, Carol, this is you." Carol can go down every rack and find every Ralph Lauren piece. She's like
Hmm.
radar. She's got radar. And Marsha can always find the most unusual,
Hmm.
offbeat
Yeah.
kind of thing. And
Marsha does it.
you guys know my style. If it's got a twist to it, a glam, a glitz, something that gives it drama, you know it's me.
Yep.
So we know each other's
Well, like I
style.
hunted down that bustier, that pearl
Yes,
bustier.
yes, the Pearl
I put
Bustier.
it in the cart. I knew it wasn't going to fit over these girls, but I knew somebody who could.
One of
Well,
my best buys.
and so
Mhm.
your point about when we shop together or even apart, but it's more fun when we shop together. But get a shopping partner, and but one that
Mhm.
knows your style and your taste. Don't get somebody. I was out the other day with a friend of mine, a dear friend, love her, and ran into her at Goodwill. We were chit-chatting, and she reached in, she grabbed something. She goes, "Oh, Carol, this would look great on you." And I was polite, and I took it from her and I put it in my basket. And as soon as I got around the corner, I hung it back up on the on the
Hang it up.
rack
Hang
because
it up.
it was so not me. The irony was it was so her.
Her. Yeah.
It really would have been great on her, but it was not. But she was convinced that this was something I should buy. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to burst her bubble and say no. Put that bag. It's not me. So that being said, whether it's glam, whether it's artsy, whether it's classic, The key to wearing capes and ponchos and wraps, it's all about balance and what looks good on you. You got to get a great drape, thoughtful proportions, and styling again that reflects
Mhm.
your personality. That's it. That's it. That's all it
Yep.
is to it.
Hmm.
So, Sister Circle, it's your turn. Let us know in the comments what you thought about today's looks. If you want more of the three sisters, click on the video that popped up on the screen. And Sylvia, remind me, sometimes I forget. What day does our next video go up?
Saturday. Saturday's our day.
That's right. That is right.
Saturday,
All of
Saturday
our,
mornings.
yep,
Saturday
Saturday morning.
mornings.
Yep,
Saturday
yep, yep.
mornings.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
Here's a
So,
tip before you go out thrifting. Take a look at our video.
What a
yeah,
good idea.
I love it. I love it. Hey, I need to go back and take a look at our
I
video.
do. I do.
So, until next time, stay
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 stylish.
stylish.